think the title pretty much explains it all. I'm starting over, I need a fresh start, spring cleaning, mental spring cleaning, and just trying to emanate new frequencies of energy instead of absorbing everybody else's energy, because it really takes a toll on me mentally. So this is it. This is my new start. New bedding, new background, new video, no bra. This is me 2018. Welcome back to my channel. I was going to make this video a Mornings with Makaykay episode because it's on my bed and it was going to be a new bed and it's going to be called Starting Over, just like how the last one was like an end. But I've already went to work today. It's obviously not the morning and I don't even have tea or coffee, but I have water. We need to talk about starting over because it is so good for you mentally and physically, and even though people have New Year's resolutions and you start fresh then, or when you return from summer break to school, it's a fresh start and you feel really replenished and recharged and ready to conquer new challenges. Well, today is Sunday, May 20th, 2018, and I need a fresh start today. This sounds like an infomercial, but I promise you it's not. A couple days ago, I came back from my Myrtle Beach trip. It was really good for my boyfriend and I. We had a ton of fun. We had a couple ups and downs, but overall, we came out a bit stronger than before, and I will link all of the videos regarding what I'm talking about up above in an iCard as well as down below. We basically broke up and got engaged in the same day. I'm not engaged, but like, I got a ring. I came back from Myrtle Beach, burnt out, tired, upset, and I felt my depression and bipolar creeping up on me. And that is something that hasn't happened yet in this new apartment. It hasn't happened since maybe November or December, to the extreme that I knew it was about to be. If you struggle with mental health, you may relate to this, where you can kind of like feel it coming on, like when you're about to catch a cold or the flu, when you start noticing symptoms. I was starting to notice the symptoms mostly yesterday and then a little bit the day before. The day before I was very irritable and down. Our weather was awful. It was cloudy and cold and it was raining, and weather directly affects me. So I wasn't doing so hot. I felt easily annoyed. So anything my boyfriend said or did, I was just upset, basically, and I don't know why. So I spent most of that night alone at home. I felt left out, even though I isolated myself. I was editing my LA videos, just trying to focus on getting stuff done, when it hit me that no matter what I did, it wouldn't matter. And that is depression talking. Specifically with me, that might be your anxiety or your bipolar or your mental illness, but for me, that is depression, saying, this doesn't matter, why are you doing this? You're just gonna die in the end. Like thoughts like that, where it's just like so extreme and so instant, where I don't even know how to process it, and then it passes and I'm fine. So I was trying to focus on editing my videos because I knew that was within my control, but at the same time, I need to make almost $1,000 before VidCon, which right now it's about a month away. I have a part-time restaurant job where I'm not making a lot, although that is changing and I will talk about that at the end of the video. I have my YouTube checks, which helps a ton once a month, but I can't pay my rent using just YouTube checks. And I just felt hopeless. It was a really rough night because I felt like no matter what I did, no matter how hard I worked, it wouldn't change the fact that I need to pay rent soon, and that I need to pay my friend back for a hotel room at VidCon, and that I have to do all these things, and my summer job doesn't start until July. Basically, I just was awful with spending money. I was spending too much of it, not saving any, and that's a big no-no. I am in the process of working on a script for a moving out tips and tricks, because actually a subscriber recommended that I talk about how to move out, and that's definitely going to be in that video. Save your money. Even if you think you're saving, you can always save more. So that was 2 days ago. Yesterday, I felt very, very sad and anxious. First of all, I woke up in sweats because I was having anxiety dreams. They were awful. I remember part of the dream involved a ton of snakes, and I looked up the meaning of snakes in a dream, and it signifies fear and anxiety and paranoia, and that's like everything I was feeling. Subconsciously, I was very anxious, and then throughout the day yesterday, I knew I felt anxious. I was like on the verge of tears over nothing all day. And not to mention that yesterday was also very cold and rainy and just not fun. I got home and I was alone most of the day. It was upsetting because no matter what I did, I still felt like it wasn't going to make a difference. And then something clicked. I realized on the floor of my new bedroom, I had piles and piles and piles of paper, posters, things that I printed out from TUMBLR, stuff that we used to hang up in my freshman year dorm room 4 years ago. I had this bedding and these yellow sheets still in the original packaging because I had yet to open them. I decided that since everything out of my control was falling apart and I felt so hopeless, just at a loss for everything that was out of my control, I can control this, so I'm going to do it. 3 months after purchasing this tapestry, I finally put it up. And putting up this tapestry alone, it felt so refreshing. Like I felt like a new person basically, but at the same time I felt like I identified so much to this girl power. All of this positive female energy on my wall, it did something inside to me, and I just felt so refreshed and new and recharged and just like, yes, like that's me, and this feels like me again. I'm starting to feel like myself. And maybe it wasn't that I was anxious and depressed. Maybe it was that I wasn't being my full potential. I wasn't being my complete self, and putting up that simple tapestry made me feel a little bit closer to who I am. And that is a wonderful feeling. Don't ever lose that feeling. It didn't stop there. As soon as I put up the tapestry, I was like, I've got to do this. I have all these posters. I haven't put any of these papers up yet because I didn't know where to put them. It was too overwhelming. But as soon as the tapestry went up, I knew where everything was going to go. I don't know if it was a higher power or energy or whatever it was. I knew everything had a purpose. Everything belonged. And I just taped it up. I have all my dream catchers hanging up. I have a little piece of paper that tells me how to have a better day. And it's like a cute little bullet note. So as soon as my wall decor is up, the lights fell into place. Everything felt so good. I wrote in one of my journals, let me pull it up. I used to do this a lot in my videos, and I feel like it's been a while since I would think about something that I wrote and have to share it with you. A couple months ago when I was at a loss and felt very similarly to how I was feeling now, just, you know, too many things were out of my control, I made a fort in my old room like you do when you're a kid, and I just kind of sat in it and watched Netflix, and I felt so happy because I made this and it was mine and I felt safe in it. And so this thought kind of came into my head that night, and this is what it was on October 23rd, 2017 at 7:57 p.m., the creation of the fort. But you see, shutting out the world wasn't enough for her. She had to create her own. 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 I wrote that part down 4 times. 4 separate lines, just to emphasize, if the world is not enough for you, create your own. The world never felt enough for me. I had to create my own world. And I did that last night, and it changed everything. I created my own world, and suddenly I have a place, I have a purpose. It helped me feel less anxious because I was in control of something, and I was making art, and I was making me happy, and it made me feel safe and comforted and at home, at peace, and overall happy. This video is about starting over. It's about creating your own world. It's about tackling anxieties, and a little example of what I do to help when mental health feels a little intimidating to me. I hope you like my new bedding. It's yellow, my new favorite color. Tapestry is from Urban Outfitters. This blanket is from Target. Bedding is from IKEA. And this is me, 2018, just a month shy of turning 23. Welcome to my world. I hope you stick around and subscribe because I have a lot of overflowing thoughts and ideas. And today I actually started talking about something that I think I'm going to do. Oh my god, I almost forgot about the restaurant thing. Basically, I'm not making enough money to fit my lifestyle. Big shocker, I know. But I'm going to fix it because I started the conversation at the restaurant that I work at today about moving up. Maybe making some tips, trying to serve, run food. I'm just a host right now. Not just a host, but I'm a hostess right now. But I've been doing it for a long time, and I feel like I've mastered it. It's no longer challenging, and I'm looking for a new challenge. So I'm going to move up, make some tips, try to make some more money. And then on my social media today, I kind of announced this new idea that I want to do to make some more money. Because ever since I moved out, I started budgeting and paying rent. Money has been kind of tight. And yeah, all these spontaneous vacations definitely did not help. No matter how great of a deal I found, you save more by not purchasing it at all, and that's something that I need to figure out. I was trying to think, what am I good at? What can I fit into my sporadic schedule? How can I earn some more money? And it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I should have known all along, especially because this is something that I've been wanting to do since before I started YouTube. I should make a book. And I'm not trying to say this in the way where YouTubers say, like, I wrote a book, aka I had a ghostwriter write it, or like, this is to help with my channel and my merch. No, before YouTube, I'm a writer. Being a writer comes first. I am majoring in English and creative writing, nonfiction and poetry. My senior capstone thesis was on poetry. I'm a poet. I'm a published writer. That is what I identify more than even identifying as a YouTuber. I'm going to link a video where I show you one of the published books that I made up here and then down below, so check it out. But basically, it hit me this morning that why don't I make it a available in paperback and ebooks for you. I know a lot of places like Amazon and other websites allow creators to self-publish books, even though people have very conflicting views about self-publishing, especially in the English department of colleges and universities. I think this would be a really great way to try to make some more money to help with rent and paying for VidCon, to get my writing out there, to share more of what means the most to me with you. I made a poll on my Instagram and Twitter asking if you would purchase it or if you think it's a good idea, and the majority of you said that you would buy my book. I also listed a couple prices. I'm not really sure what the websites recommend for prices, but if it were up to me 100%, I would make the book $10 because books are expensive. $10 for a paperback is pretty cheap, pretty average, and it's definitely worth it. Not to mention you would be supporting me, and that would just mean the world, and you would get to see all these different sides of me, my most interpersonal writings of poetry. I know exactly what my first collection is going to be. I think I'm going to spend the rest of today creating it on my computer and trying to master that, but be on the lookout because if all goes well, I'm going to make a paperback version of my poetry available for you guys. I'm going to say it right now. I would really appreciate it if you would purchase that book when it is available. I just hope that there is someone that buys this if I make it, because I'm about to pour every ounce of energy that I have and creativity and passion into this, and I just hope that it pays off. And if that one person buys it, if that one person writes a review on Amazon or whatever website I choose, it's going to make it worth it. Even if nobody buys it, it would be worth it because I still thought of it, said I would do it, and then I did it, and that's what matters really. But if I can affect someone with my writing, if someone can buy it and just help me feel like I accomplished something, that would just make my entire world. Be on the lookout shortly for a video on how to purchase my book of poetry, and if you have any other ideas as to how I could make money creatively, please let me know. I have been thinking about this for a long time, and like I said, it really just hit me like, you're a writer, why not, you know, market that and sell it? Is there anything else that I could do? I don't want to create the classic YouTuber merch through like Fanjoy or whatever merch websites they use because I'm not affiliated with a network, and typically a manager or a network would set that up for you, but I am 100% an independent creator. I am trying to do everything myself. Let me know if you have any other ideas and I can get going on that as well. Kind of come up with this own little shop for you. Wouldn't that be fun? Like a little e-shop. I don't know. I'm going to think about it a ton. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed. Thank you for being on this wonderful journey with me. Welcome to my new world. I guess I should stop rambling and get going on this new book of poems that I'm going to release for you. But I have a new bedspread and a new wall, and I just wanted to show it off and kind of talk about what I've been going through lately, some of my thoughts. Hopefully you understand. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Bye!
It started out as a feeling, which then grew into a hope, which then turned into a quiet thought, which then turned into a quiet word.